What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. On today's episode, we're gonna finish the speed. Alright guys, check out the new parts. So here we got the front control arms. This is a new version, and I'll tell you what in a minute. And here we got the rear cantilever arms, and this is a new version as well. So let's take it back to this. The reason why I got a second version of my front arms is because now I made this adapter that fits right in there quite nice, and then this other piece comes through the bottom. So this is the bottom side, and this piece just fits in that hole like a key. It only goes in one way. There you go. And then if you flip it over, this other piece sits up here and it gets bolted together. And you might ask, what the hell is this for? Well, this is going to be for a traction arm. So there's going to be a bar with a hand joint that bolts up here and it goes back into the chassis, and that provides extra support to the control arms. Hopefully reduce torque steer by a lot. So we're going to be testing those. Right, so that's the front, and then the rear, I'm going to take it apart. By the way, this, oh, how nice that bolt fits. It's like perfect. Anyways, so why am I redoing the rears? I'm redoing the rears because I'm adding ball bearings. It's like a big Lego piece. So the rear cantilevers right now, let me show you what I got going on. Back here, this guy's right now, what I have in here is a bushing, and even though it's greased up, it holds my suspension quite a bit. It doesn't travel to the suspension as smooth as I would like it to because of that bushing. So I went ahead and replaced the bushing with bearings. So there's a lip inside. This guy slides in there. This collar goes in there like so, and then the bolt just sandwiches everything together. So that's going to allow it to rotate on that pivot point a lot better. So you can see here, so yes, that should let my suspension cycle without any binding. It's not really binding, it's more like I got it pretty much locked with that damn bush in there. So that was something that I've been meaning to fix for a long time now. Finally got it with these new arms. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and install all this crap. Then I also have in here a new O2 sensor, because the one I got here, I think the E85 got to it, and sometimes it shuts off on me for like 10 seconds, and I gotta wait for it to reboot. Then here I got a new map sensor from AEM. This guy can read up to 75 psi. So I'm gonna be replacing my 4-bar map sensor and putting that guy on there to see how many psi I'm boosting. Based on that fuel pressure, I should be doing 50 psi, but that's just math. My safety is not working because this guy is only good for 44 psi. So I need an actual map sensor. And then another thing I added is this guy here. Whatever there is pressure in here and that spring opens up, it just sprays everywhere, right? So now I got this little guy, so whatever comes out of here, it gets captured in that little can, and it doesn't get on my tires and you know, potentially cause me to crash and shit. Yeah, so that's all in store. I'm gonna go ahead and install all this crap and show you the end result. You can see the difference here. The only thing that changes really is from that bushing to this over here. Alright, I'm not sure if the camera is gonna fall, but I'm gonna try to jump in the trunk so you guys see how the suspension moves now. So before it wasn't moving at all, and now now you get the idea. It lets it move now. It lets it rotate on this point without any restriction. So up here in the front, we got the K-Sport coilovers. One of the things I'm gonna do, I'm gonna replace this spring. I think this is a 9K. I'm gonna go up to a 14K spring. So that's coming in today. And then another thing I'm gonna do is replace the controller with the new one. That billet goodness right there. But anyway, I'm gonna start taking all this thing apart here and replace all that stuff. It looks like I gotta bang this over here a little bit more. Look at that, the tire is touching there. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit it with a hammer a little bit more. Make some room. Alright, coilover is back on the car. I still gotta adjust the height. It's a little bit higher due to the fact that the spring is harder, so it's not compressing as much. And then what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna take my control arm off and replace it with a new one. Alright, update time. I got my 2 bars for the traction arms welded up to the hind joints, and now I got these two tabs here which I'm gonna weld to one of my bars in the chassis. I'm gonna say something like this, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and tack this up, and then let's see if I can weld all this shit onto the car. I doubt it, but we'll see. I was gonna have another tab on the other side, double tap, but I do one first and the other one later. Next Saturday I have alien spec coming up to align my car, make sure it's nice and straight, because the Thursday after that Saturday is test and tune, and I'm gonna take it over there to make some passes, see what it does. So yeah, I got a lot of work to do here. Hopefully I have enough time. Alright, the traction arms are done. They're loose right now because, you know, that needs to be aligned. Once the cars get aligned, then this thing, you do the final tight on it to make sure it's putting a little bit of load on the control arm. And that's it, ready to go. Hopefully that all these should not be moving at all once this thing is tight in there. But anyway, this is me hopefully eliminating the torque steer. Check this out, guys. This is the first time in 5 years that it gets a proper wash and clay bar. Look at that paint coming back. We still gotta polish it. It's just gonna look brand new again. In the meantime, I'm having hell of a time taking off all the tape from here. I left all this tape here to prevent scratches to the paint, and oh my god, it's a pain in the ass. The glue has like stuck to the paint, and the actual tape material is coming in pieces. I'm using a heat gun here to help me get it off, but it's not coming off easy. Note to self, don't ever leave tape on roll bars for too long. All right, all gone now. Same thing on the other side. I had to hit it with that glue off to get all the glue residue from on the pipes, but look at that, interior pretty good. I just have to clean it up. It's a little dirty. See you there on the floor. Check this out, guys. It's looking like a finished car. Got a little logo on the side going. All the aluminum diffusers and splitters, side skirts, that's all painted. Wrinkle black. And the logo is actually, it's a carbon fiber wrap. Looks pretty real. It still needs a wax. It's only been polished, but it's gonna pop even more. But anyways, you get the idea of what this thing is gonna end up looking like. I'm loving it. So I changed all the sensors already that were bad. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna adjust the heights, get the front a little lower and the back a little higher, because in 2 days they're coming to align it, and that needs to be ready. Check this out, guys. The alignment is done. She's sitting nice and pretty. We're gonna take it out. We're gonna do some photos. And that's it. She's ready. We're gonna go test it Thursday. Today is Sunday, so I'll let you guys how it goes down. I'll let you guys know. The one thing I'm missing is all the sponsors. They're gonna be somewhere here, you know, around the car. I got like 8 sponsors stickers coming my way, so I'm gonna make sure to include everybody that has helped me with this build. Really appreciative of them. And we took the tints out, so you can see, so everybody's gonna be able to see everything that's going on inside the car, as well as me looking out, because the tracks sometimes is kind of dark. I want to be able to see the rest of my team if they give me any signals or whatever. Look at that. That's a beautiful shot. Anyways, here she is, completed. After 5 years of work. It's crazy that it's been 5 years of building this car, but I couldn't be happier with the results. Look at that thing. All right, let's take her out. Let's do some beauty shots. Put her back in for Thursday.